long-form, open discussion podcast. Topics include sensitive issues such as sex, religion, politics, race, gender, death, BDSM, MFN, CFNM, MMF, MMFM, and healthcare. Do not try this at home.
Get your motherfucking ass up when I'm talking.
So hold on tight. The action starts now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
And here we go.
And we're live. Repeat Offender Podcast. It's been a little bit. It's been a minute since we've had an episode, and that's fine because, you know what? Fuck it. Nobody listens to us anyways.
Fuck them.
So it's like February 2nd, which means there's two major events going on right now. Is one that it's Groundhog's Day, and apparently the groundhog didn't see his shadow, so there's an early spring coming for the people that have in the winter states. And the second one is it's my son's mother's birthday, and she's a bitch, but I don't know.
Damn.
But I still wish her a happy birthday because that's what kind of good fucking person I am. And by the way, she's a lesbian, but that's not my fault. It was like 4 guys after me. So maybe I snowballed the effect of it. She's like, you know what? I fucking hate dick. My theory is that we were from a small town and she just ran out of guys, so she had to switch teams.
Fuck. Yeah, that's savage. I mean, it's plausible.
So just to recap, it's February 2nd, 2020. What has happened so far? Donald Trump came out on top. Kobe Bryant, not so much. And Asian people eat weird fucking food and then spread weird viruses across the rest of the world.
Apparently, it's not that motherfucking weird because I read on the back of the Lysol bottle, and then my wife came out and notified me that she had also read the Lysol bottle, and it was already labeled on there.
Okay, well, first and foremost, you guys need to put some fucking magazines in your bathroom so you're not reading Lysol bottles while you're taking a shit.
Yeah, but that's fucking sanitary because, you know, you already got in your hand to fucking hit a few shots.
Well, it's a different strain of the coronavirus.
I don't believe that.
It mutated, much like Bud Light has Bud Light Lime.
Maybe. I don't know. I read on the news feed that it could have been genetically engineered and released as a biological weapon.
I mean, yeah, there's always going to be that conspiracy theory. The chemtrails are heavy.
Heavy. Yeah. It explains why California had got some rain and then y'all due for another drought.
That's true. To save them fucking fish. Coronavirus. All right. So right now, the Super Bowl's going on. Neither one of us clearly care about sports, but I believe it's 10-10 between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. Oh, see, I was about to say, when I said Asian people eat weird shit, that's true. Asian people do eat weird shit. But what's not true is apparently bat soup did not cause the Wuhan virus. I heard it was bat soup, and then you fucking hear it, and it's like,
shit.
What the motherfuck is bat soup?
That's some fucking racist fucking white shit, okay? White motherfuckers hate everybody. You know what I'm saying? There's any fucking different. You know what I mean? And then until they get a little money, and then they go across seas and shit, and then they fall in love with the women. But that's the dumbest shit I ever fucking heard. Nigga eating bat soup. Get the fuck out of here.
Bro. Okay, listen. I just Googled bat soup and clicked on images.
Yeah.
And I pray to my Asian God that this is bullshit.
It's
but it looks like
bullshit. Look.
No. Look, dude.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, like yeah. So, anyways, yeah. People eat shit that's not normal to us. People eat dogs and cats. It's not normal to us. You know what I'm saying? Bat might be good as a motherfucker. It might be the new shrimp. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, it's literally a fucking bat laying in some broth.
Yeah, I mean, and you eat pussy. So, I mean, what's the difference?
Pussy ain't going to cause the coronavirus, son.
How you know? It caused gonorrhea of the throat, though.
I hear a lot of you in this story. Halls won't fix that.
Shit. Yeah.
You get gonorrhea, you walk up to people you don't like, you're like, oh, really? But I'm just saying, like, you look at the fucking bat soup, and it's a bat. It's a, like, like a joke. You would think it's a joke. It's a fucking bat, and it looks all pissed off, like somebody made it into a like they taxidermied it.
Yeah.
And it's sitting in some fucking chicken broth.
I seen a fucked up picture on the Facebook of a motherfucking bat look like it's in a sauna in the nigga plate.
Yeah, I don't know.
In a hot tub, you know what I mean?
I mean, suffice it to say that Asians eat. It's one thing to be like, oh, look, they're eating Spam in fucking Hawaii. Asian countries like to eat stuff the rest of the world thinks is cute.
It's because them niggas ain't got enough motherfucking food, and there's so many of them, and they gotta wander in motherfucking caves looking for some shit that they can get on their own, because, the communist government ain't working for them.
Dude, did you see that thing?
Look, if they had Trump, they wouldn't be eating bats, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, here, I'll prove you wrong. So, you got these Asian people that live in America, and clearly they weren't born here. And it was a video last year. It was some fucking husband and wife out in like New York City, and they owned a fucking Chinese restaurant, and they caught these motherfuckers online on video fucking snagging pigeons from the park. Mm-hmm. Like the lady would sit there and then get coax them with some food, and then the motherfucker old man would bag them up and shit and take them.
Okay, so what's wrong with being frugal as a motherfucker?
Pigeons.
I'm saying, nigga, like right now, let's pretend you're making 2,000
because they
a week. 2,000 a
Trump.
week, and the government's like, man, you can get some stamps. You gonna tell me you ain't gonna slide down there and get you some stamps?
No.
Bullshit.
Bro, you just said they have Trump. They don't need to be getting pigeon.
Yeah, they don't need to be doing nothing. Maybe they trying to save up to get their grandkids into college or something because we ain't got Bernie.
Bro, they don't have any grandkids. They were all born female, and they had to kill them.
Maybe they ate them.
Maybe they fucking did.
They
Maybe
thought
the
they
lady
were
was
eating the placenta and ate the baby.
And that she's like, look, our fucking bottom line, our profit margin is very narrow. We need to do something.
Because white people don't like to pay for Chinese food and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when you walk in the buffet, you're like, man, this is some fucking low rent shit right here. I'm not eating here. And then all your trailer friends are like, damn, man, look at that shit over there, man. They got some good ass food. And you're like, no, it's not. That's old chicken legs and unknown shit.
The chicken legs are always yellow at a Chinese
And there's
buffet.
always some white people in there that shirts don't cover their belly.
Well, yeah, because you can get a lot of food for cheap.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just cook some butter noodles at home to eat there.
That is the saddest thing. Like, you go into a Chinese buffet, right? And all of a sudden they got onion rings.
yeah.
And it's not even like they didn't even try to make those motherfuckers. They came out of like the Cisco bag.
Yeah, ain't nobody eating that shit. Get the fuck out of here. And then that fucking dirty ass ice cream container thing where all the little poor trailer kids reach in and try to make their own ice creams.
Even though it's broken all the time.
It's like, what the fuck are y'all doing? That's some nasty shit right there. Now I see why bitches get coronavirus.
Not from bat soup, but by their fucking white trailer trash families going to eat at China One buffet.
Yeah, you ain't gonna tell me that the motherfuckers ain't contagious.
Yeah, they're not contagious.
Mm-hmm. yeah, they are. They are, nigga. I walk by them motherfuckers on Walmart and feel like I caught heart disease.
Oof.
That's stupid as fuck. I just be chilling.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Man, I'm anxious to see how the bullshit imaginary caucuses go tomorrow.
Why? You're anxious to see that?
Yeah, because I mean, you got like these two old niggas running it. One's had numerous strokes. One's had a recent heart attack. One can't remember his fucking name. And one is I don't know. The only good thing about him really is probably legalization of pot. So I'm anxious to see, how it goes and how their fucking handicapped surrogates fucking try and woo people to their side because their vote didn't work out. So now you can change seats. That makes zero fucking sense.
Don't forget that Trump was a Democrat up until recent.
I know. I told everybody that. Nobody believed me. I'd be like, man, this motherfucker been blue his whole time. Like, I mean, the only reason why he ran for president is because motherfucking Obama told him he wasn't president.
Well, I mean, it's
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I like some of the stuff that Trump's done, but like, does that mean that I gotta overlook everything too? And then it's like, and then it takes me back to the housewife analogy. She cooks, she cleans, she tends to kids, but she sucks a lot of dick. Do you overlook dick sucking because of all the other shit, or
whoa,
pack the bitch up? You know what I'm saying?
Let's divide up that analogy. First off, if you have a good housewife that does all that and she sucks a lot of dick,
not your dick.
Oh, you're talking about she spread that loving around?
Yeah.
Well, at least somebody's getting their dick sucked.
Like, I'm just saying, like, she has compulsive dick sucking. You know what I'm saying? Like she knows how to bake and clothes are folded and she's polite and all this stuff, but
she's got to have strange dick in her mouth?
Yeah. I mean, like potholes in a northern state. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just there.
Yeah, I guess I would have a problem with that.
Okay, that's kind of like our president, right? I mean, he doing some good shit. He's shaking some things up. But the nigga lining his own pockets and doing too much backroom shit and forgetting that he's an elected leader and that you can't just circumvent everybody and fire everyone underneath you that's there to hold you accountable. So, he's not on Wall Street anymore. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you can't just fire the entire fucking government.
Well, it goes back to, if you look at like Obama, people liked Obama, but you don't necessarily like his policies. Then you look at Trump, and people are like, yeah, Trump's a fucking major dirtbag, but the policies seemingly do seem to be working in terms of like the economy. But it goes back to how much are you willing to let go of? Like, how much are you willing to
I'm not
excuse?
willing to let go of his daughter and his son and all these motherfuckers getting all this Chinese money and patents and shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. They ain't no goddamn royal family. They're trying to out here acting like they shaking and moving and people nutting their motherfucking selves to take pictures with them and shit and bullshit ass, fake ass embezzlement rallies. This nigga getting all this money donated to him so that he can run and then say he's doing it with his own money and matching. Fuck all that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here. Just like that bullshit ass Mexican wall. I think that a boundary is good. I think that, a wall, it can be symbolic and all that awesome shit. However, I'm going to tell you the dumbest shit in the world I ever seen is the entire summer months, they have to have gates cranked up so that the flash flooding in the desert does not wipe the fucking fence out. So they had these big ass holes that they were driving trucks through. And so the people had to go out there and lower the gates to half height so that they can no longer drive vehicles through them or whatever. But being as it's so way off the fucking road map, they have to go out there and crank them up by hand and shit. So you got these huge fucking gates that you can essentially drive fucking side-by-sides through, full of humans and dope, that are open like fucking 6 months a year.
Well, did you hear about that portion of the wall that got knocked over by the wind?
Yeah. It was high wind, man. They didn't have them set in the fucking ground far enough. They're cutting too many corners. They're just trying to blaze through it and cut costs because government wasn't on board. They cutting corners, nigga. I mean, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I looked it up, and there doesn't seem to be any other history of portions of the wall falling down from high wind.
They just cutting corners. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the problem. That's if you're gonna be talking about the fucking swamp, and they're like, oh, he's gonna drain the swamp. Well, part of the swamp is the government putting out these fucking contracts for private companies to come bid. And then they bid, and they get all this millions and billions of fucking taxpayer money to do something, and then they kind of shortchange it, and they walk away with a ton of money. Yeah. Well, that's still going on.
Yeah,
it's
still
still
a
thing.
Yeah, well, Trump's family's benefiting. Everybody know it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm talking about. Niggas are overlooking too many things. And I'll say it again, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it again. I told the wife earlier, if Trump and Bernie would go have some backroom ass fucking and have a love child, they would come out with like almost a perfect human, because they're both so far extreme to each different way that if they kind of centered up in the middle and balanced out, they could have a productive human, I think.
I got to do a scenario.
Go ahead.
I'm going to do a scenario. Mr. President, this is a pretty seedy motel room, but I respect you for saving taxpayer money by picking Motel 8. Bernie, don't worry. Bernie, take your pants off. Mr. President, my pants are off, Bernie. Bernie, this is going to be the best sex ever. The most amazing, tremendous, beautiful, tremendous sex ever. Mr. President, are you in? Bernie, I'm done. I'm already done.
Yeah.
I
was just saying, you know what I mean? That's
Bro,
how I feel about it.
Here's the thing. So you're talking about their kids, right? As I like to call them, the incubus Trump kids.
Yeah.
And I think the bad thing what they're doing is they're watering down the concept of like business person. So Kylie Jenner or whatever, the youngest one with all the fake shit, married to Travis Scott, right? Well, they're talking. These people are good business, right? They're like, oh, these are business people. Ivanka Trump's a business person. No, she had access to money.
Yeah.
She didn't design the shoes.
No.
She didn't find the fucking factories to stitch them together for a cheaper price.
Hiram Higgins did.
She has a name and she has money, just like Kylie Jenner or Kylie, one of those fucking plastic people.
Yeah, whoever the fuck she is. Yeah.
She has money and a name. These are not business people. They're not. If you take away their money and their influence, start them from nothing, you say, okay, I need you to build something from the ground up. They couldn't do it.
They ain't got no hustle. They got an entourage that's doing all that for them.
They could not do it.
No.
And it just waters down. And
if OJ hadn't killed his wife and that dude allegedly, they wouldn't be nobody because it was the husband or whatever who first broke him out.
Hey, Twitter world. Do you watch that OJ shit on Twitter?
No, man. I watched some shit on TV. I think it was on Netflix or whatever about his kids in Florida or whatever.
Bro, he's on Twitter, OJ. And he's like, hey, Twitter world.
Damn.
I think it's insulting that we have to hear these people. Okay, so like I keep bringing this guy up to you, Damon Johns. He's blacker than black, right? He created FUBU.
Yeah, they say that nigga had a lot of hustle, man, coming up.
Yeah, he fucking sewed these hats and sold them outside of Madison Square Garden. Probably didn't have a license. Probably didn't have a vendor license.
Fuck no.
But he sat in this apartment with somebody named Lil Ray or Boosie or probably any of those. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to get this.
Boosie would have went and stole somebody else's hats.
Dude, bro, let's put the kibosh on this. There are no original black nicknames. All right, so there's been a Boosie before Boosie, right?
Yeah, because that means baby or whatever,
Like how many Ray Rays do you think there've been since the invent of black?
I don't know. I mean, that's like fucking white people named Chuck. I mean, that's not an awesome fucking name, but there's a lot of white people named Chuck
or Charles.
You kind of look like a Chuck.
I kind of look like a Bruce.
I can see it, Bruce. Bruce head ass nigga.
That's my middle name.
I believe it.
It is. I'm not lying to you. It's my fucking middle name.
Oh, goddamn. All you need is some fucking goddamn, like, one-off fucking craft beer in your fucking hand, but a cooler full of Natty Light, and you'd be in there.
Dude, my mom used to drink Natty Light. It's the highest percentage of domestic beer available.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then you get that Natty Ice for the summer months.
Oh, man.
But no, so Damon John's out there. He's fucking hustling. He's like, I'm going to get this money. And he fucking sold, made, created, built. And now he gets to sit all there all high and mighty and shit and uppity on fucking on Shark Tank. And he's like, look, I'll do it. I'll put in $50K for 95% of your company and I get to fuck your wife. And then the guy's like, dude, I got to get this off the ground. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I'm sitting here. I'm trying to. I'm not even hustling. I'm immersed in a big whirlpool of my own pity party.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to. So I was in the dispensary the other day.
Yeah.
And there's nothing sadder than going into a dispensary for product you cannot use.
Yeah.
Because the federal government.
Or realizing that it could be your product that's on the shelf and it's not.
Well, the federal government tells me that I am a child, and therefore I can't do what I want with my life if I want to make money the specific way that I do.
Well, I guess too, if you can't create your own money and you got to take someone else's money to pay your bills, then essentially, I guess that's self-defining.
Right. So here we are, going to the dispensary. SDRC, largest dispensary in San Diego County. Shout out to SDRC. You could be a sponsor. And I go in there, and there's some phenos. It's funny because you walk up to the counter, and the guy's like, "Hey, what's going on? What can I get you?" So I'm like, how much of those phenos, those clones over there? And he's like, oh, it's 6 for $100. He's like, because that's the legal limit what you can get, right?
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm sitting there, I'm looking at him. He's like, you want to grab some? And I'm trying to picture where I would even put these. And then I'm thinking a little bit ahead. It's like, yeah, once I get them going, how am I going to cure this shit? I ain't got no room to cure in, right? Because apparently I got to do this stuff on the low and hide it from people.
Damn.
So I'm like, nah, son. I'm gonna hit the brakes on that. I'm gonna get something else, right? So I get a cartridge for the Whizzle. I get some fucking cookies and brownie pieces for the mother-in-law. I'm like, nothing for me, thanks. I've got to draw a paycheck.
That's how I sound too. I know a lot of niggas that burn, man, and I be like, nah, nigga, because one of you waterheads is gonna fucking goddamn cut my legs off on the job site, and I need to make sure I get that money.
Right. So then I leave, tail between my legs. I walk down. Somebody thought it was a great idea to put a fucking dispensary in the same parking lot as a gym.
Yeah, well, niggas need to recoup after that hard workout.
No, so you got like half stoners, half Asian chicks in yoga pants.
Yeah, so people can
walk
pretend
into the
they
same
going to
building.
the gym, but they can go buy that weed.
But it's funny because the two staircases, they kind of intersect and you walk by each other. So you got the huge Terminegro black dude who's all jacked walking up to the gym, and my fat ass is walking down the steps.
I ain't never heard that, nigga. That's fucking
He's
fire.
he's giant. He's a big ass
That's
fucking.
That's fucking
Yeah.
fire. I'm gonna steal that shit, Terminegro.
Yeah,
This motherfucker
yeah.
here.
Yeah, trademark that. So,
Damn.
and my chubby ass walking down the fucking steps, and I got fucking product and stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna go smoke weed and touch my penis. You know what I mean? Well, fucking Usain Bolt's going up the stairs to fucking get one on. But it was kind of a cool dynamic, you know what I mean? So we looked at each other, and he's like, hell yeah. I'm like, hell yeah. We locked eyes, and then Martin Luther King popped in my mind.
Damn.
Martin Luther King refereeing a wet T-shirt contest between Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders. Mr. President! Your beautiful, beautiful nipples. I have a dream that you're going to get these two fat bodies wet, and we're going to see them titties.
Yeah, nigga, you need to go see a Catholic priest.
I'm not trying to suck any dick today.
I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Now, notice that I said I'm not trying to suck no dick today. But Monday might be a different story altogether.
That's the work week. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got to do to get the money.
And I'm glad you said that. I was thinking about something. So Harvey Weinstein, his trial's currently going on.
Yeah, they still talking about that motherfucker?
No, his trial's underway. He's on trial now finally, right? And what did he do? What did he do? He apparently opened up the pathways for a couple women to earn millions of dollars. Or I don't know. I didn't read the article. But so he's this gross dude. And he got some women to suck his dick, or else they weren't going to get movie role parts.
Yeah, another old nigga's like, you know what I'm saying? You can suck dick and have this money, or you can fucking flex.
Well, what he did was, if you boil it down, he took his position and he exploited people under him to gain power. And obviously, we hate hearing about that, right? Because it never happens.
Because working 20 years for cutthroat fucking wages to get denied on Social Security benefits is any different.
Right. And with that being said, I think about, like, as a male, I don't really get afforded those kind of options. If I wanted to be an actor, I would have to go to a million auditions, and I'd have to, like, not eat carbs and do a bunch of sit-ups and take headshots, right? But I'm just saying, if I could have accomplished all the things I have in life and gotten to the places I did in life, just by sucking some fat Jewish dude's dick, I might have taken that route.
Yeah, because think about it. If the bitch hadn't sucked a dick, she'd probably be married to some fucking unemployed fucking beer-drinking dude named Bruce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she'd still be fucking waitressing at Johnny Rockets trying to get a fucking bit part on the revival of Friends, you know?
Yeah. She'd fucking be caucusing for fucking goddamn Joe Biden right now.
She'd just be working at some fucking Johnny Rockets, still sucking dick. But she didn't suck the right dick. And I'm just saying, if I had that kind of option, what I would do is I would suck the dick and I would repress those memories and I would deal with it fucking later. You know what I mean? And if I chose to, sitting on my goal,
or you could just pull up in the fucking traffic jam in a fucking $250,000 vehicle and look at the motherfucking Bob next to you who's high horsing on his morals and pretend he goes to church on Sunday but gets fucked up and playing pool and bets all his fucking paycheck on some dumb shit and smokes tobacco. And you can tell him, look, man, I suck dick and I got a lot of money now. Bye.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if I'm sitting there on my gold throne doing the interview one day, and then I decide it bothered me, and I'm like, yeah, he probably should have shaved his balls a little bit more. Then I can do that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to suck it the fuck up, because if I'm sitting at the Academy Awards next to somebody and they're like, I spent 30 years climbing to the top, and I worked really hard, and I've taken a lot of losses, and here I am, and I'm like, I'm sitting here and I fucking rimmed Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah. That's
Like,
wow.
which one would you rather do?
Yeah. So here's my thought, man. I was sitting here and I'm be watching these political motherfuckers and all these old ass white people and shit, and I listen to them. And people expect your leaders, the leaders, the voted in people, whatever the fuck they are, okay, to be, reasonable and educated and wise and spoken proper and all this awesome shit. And I listen to these motherfuckers and they cackling like a bunch of motherfucking teenagers at the side of a football field. I mean, the same dumb shit you get in the beer drinking crowd at the work site, you know what I'm saying? All this. I hear the same language, the same moves, the same body language, the same dumb shit. These motherfuckers, if they wasn't reading shit off of paper and quotes that they read online, okay, they wouldn't know a goddamn thing about the Constitution, Bill of Rights, or proper or economics or any of that. These are not fucking scholars. You know what I'm saying?
Well, a couple of them are, but yeah, you're right.
No, they not. No, they not. They not. I don't give a fuck how long they was a choir boy and how many dicks they took and how many times they were touched. Okay, bullshit.
I'm just saying a couple of them actually are, but a lot of them are businessmen, and for some reason we equate somebody who's like, well, you built a business, you have a lot of money, you should be in charge. It's like, that's not really the way.
I should be in charge, nigga.
No, you should not.
Yeah, I should. You crazy
Bro,
as fuck.
Bro, you'd give a tax break to fucking Jell-O and whorehouses.
No, I wouldn't. I'd institute a flat tax.
No, flat tax is going to be a good idea across the board.
Yeah, it would be. It would be fucking amazing up to a certain point, and then I scale it a little bit. But it's not going to be a bunch of crazy ass fucking loopholes and fucking itemized and all that shit. Fuck that. I don't care if you make $2 a week or you make $2 million a week. You fucking contribute in. There's no tax breaks. I don't care how many kids you have, and if you own fucking stamps, you're not getting a motherfucking refund. I mean, it's just real. Unless you overpaid your 10%, you know what I'm saying, or 15, or whatever. We had to figure it out because the country does not run for motherfucking free. Bitches want roads, they want schools, they want motherfucking Medicaid, Medicare for their fucked up ass, degenerate ass motherfucking nieces and nephews and shit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, nigga. You got to pay taxes, and I'm cool because we live in an awesome fucking country that'll let you grow up out of the motherfucking trailer park and sit on a gold fucking throne and let actresses, suck your penis for fucking jobs.
I agree. I was on food stamps one time, and it's not a very it's kind of an embarrassing thing.
It's
I don't
kind
get
of embarrassing. It is what it is, man. But what I'm saying is that I think level simplified fucking tax would solve a lot of problems. We don't need all this confusion and crazy shit and cars coming on sale at tax time to falsify the fucking economy and all this dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck you get so much this, so much that? No, just a simple flat tax, you know what I'm saying? A simple way to motherfucking start businesses. We don't need 15 fucking business licenses and 15 different offices and bloated government, all that dumb shit. Fuck all that. Build roads, take care of bridges, fucking, build schools, you know what I'm saying? Just, and slow down prisons, you know what I'm saying? Save prisons for corrupt businessmen and stock market traders and government officials.
No. Prisons need to be filled with violent offenders.
Yeah.
Not
rapists, nigga. Rapists. I watched a thing the other day about this motherfucker snatching kids talking about he going for motherfucking therapy. They gonna give him therapy. And then you got motherfucking Quan down the road that got caught with an eighth of fucking coke, and they gonna send this nigga up the road for 10 years.
So there was an argument in terms of gun rights, right? A couple of years ago. And it's an ongoing thing, and I think it's funny, but what people say is if you live in a place where you don't like the gun laws, you got to move. So in terms of when you look at like what states, how they are in terms of like marijuana, and you hear these motherfuckers getting busted from marijuana, and then you're just like, motherfucker, go to a state that's legal. Why the fuck is your ass in Atlanta still getting busted with 6 pounds?
Yeah, because a nigga can't afford to motherfucking move to a cold ass motherfucking state.
Bro, I'm talking, it's the baby. It's the baby.
Yeah, bitches want motherfucking background checks to move into a $600 a month rental.
Bro, did you hear, you know that Juice WRLD motherfucker?
You talking about that motherfucker from Europe?
What? No, Juice WRLD is that little, that black dude that did the soundtrack for the Spider-Man cartoon that fucking died at an airport.
Oh, yeah, the nigga that OD'd, yeah.
Well, he has 70 pounds of weed on his fucking plane. Yeah. So what he was doing was, obviously, he was transporting for somebody. So if somebody was like, yeah, you take this to Atlanta, they're paying $2,500 a pound.
Yeah, all day.
That's like 150 grand worth of weed you got on the fucking board there, right?
Yeah, that's fire. Yeah.
But that's the way it is. And so to eliminate that, so we don't lose more Juice WRLDs, you just need to legalize weed across the board, so then there's no fucking transporting. They're like, well, it's more expensive here.
Yeah.
That's
what I was saying about Ohio, man. These niggas here, man, these old ass white people. I really think the problem's in the 50+ crowd.
Old people? Yeah, oh yeah. Old people are always a problem.
Yeah, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know why they're hemming and slowing up, talking about, marijuana's bad, and then like they got that recording talking about Trump talking about marijuana give people low IQs and, all this shit. I mean...
Hold up! Huh?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, no, Trump, apparently there was this recording there saying it was fake, but I don't know. It was having a conversation about the reefer, talking about low IQ and shit, and marijuana gives people low IQs or something. I don't know what the fuck it was, because I'm like, it's bullshit anyway. He suck a dick, but...
No, Fox News gives people low IQs.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm probably going to motherfucking... I'm about to move anyway.
Where are you going to move to?
I don't know, probably Alaska, man. Nigga called me about a job up there.
Well, here's the thing. So Michigan and Alaska are the only 2 states in the country currently that allow recreational users to grow up to 12 plants per person.
Yeah.
California, you're allowed 6 plants per residence.
Colorado's got 4. And then plus, med grow and shit, you can up the count and stuff. But I don't know, man. Michigan, I think they're going to start growing here soon. Like, not growing like weed, but growing as like their economy. There seems to be some investing going on back around Detroit and stuff like that. So, that's going to have a ripple effect in, infrastructure there. So, I mean, that's a plus, right? Some of the communities can, come back up a little bit and prosper.
Well, then it opens up a big can of worms, because we're talking about the problem in this country is people over the age of 50. Mm-hmm. And it really is, because they carry over that old way of thinking, and yet a lot of those people are in charge still.
Yep.
So you still have to suffer through people going, well, it doesn't matter because it's federally illegal, right?
Yeah, I've heard that recently.
Right, and it doesn't make any goddamn sense. Mm-hmm. But the problem being is like, okay, so say you take Michigan, and the problem with Michigan is they think the entire state is Detroit, so they have no-fault insurance because there's a lot of deer and because there's a lot of irresponsible people in the Detroit area.
Yeah.
So it has the highest car insurance rates in the country. Yeah. So then they're talking about, we're going to start building and making more things in there. Then you have these small towns. And Michigan is fucking littered with small towns. And this is small town America with like red state with blue-minded fucking people.
Yeah.
Which is just, it's a terrible combination. It makes a really uneducated, hardworking person. And those are the most dangerous people in the world, right?
Yeah, okay.
Because they think you get that mentality where it's like they're belittling and mocking intelligence. Like somebody's like, I want to be a teacher. It's like, well, you can make more money being a welder, right? And so you have
sometimes you can though.
Well, no, and that's fine. But then eventually,
I know welders bringing down 5 stacks a week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's fine. Welding. Also, going back to when we were talking about universal basic income, welding is one of those jobs that will disappear.
Nah, I don't know about that, man. There's too much shit out in the field that can't be automated.
I'm telling you, it's like
In
I was
a
explaining.
In
It
a
was like I was.
shop, maybe, but
It's like I was explaining to the Mexican dude I work with when we're up in a quarry with our trucks. You're watching these fucking trucks get loaded and drive in and out. I was like, there's nothing stopping these trucks from being automatic and going to and from their fucking places. And once they're automatic, that levels the human risk, and then you get rid of the high insurance rates per company, which is the entire idea that most people would love to automate.
You definitely got a ways to go, but like in some gigantic open pit mines, you have automated, dump trucks and stuff.
Yeah.
They follow the computer program and stuff, but there's no humans on the ground except for in the vital points. And then like dozers, Cat's got a remote control dozer, gigantic dozer. And you can wear the remote control over your shoulders and it hangs on your chest or whatever, and you can run the dozer. It's for like high risk stuff or whatever, you don't want a man in a cab, you know what I mean?
Well, like I was saying, going back to what I was saying, you got these small towns in Michigan, right? You got these people that are just thinking like, the horse and buggy is always going to be superior to the car. And they don't want new things coming to their town. So the town I was in where I was growing weed, they even had a motherfucker sitting on the city council that used to be part of a dispensary. They still could not win enough hearts and minds to allow provisioning centers in the county.
Yeah.
So you got all these people, older people, that have this archaic way of thinking that don't want progress, sitting on the city council. They don't want big industry coming in because they like their small towns. They don't want a lot of traffic, that are purposely hindering progress because they like their peace of mind.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the biggest problem in America, in the world today, because then it expands out into like, why Mexico and China, why there's large swaths of region that are so fucking Stone Age and archaic still, because you have superstitious, overly religious people that will not change their ways.
Well, it's not just that, but they lose power. When things change and it outpaces them, then they no longer have control.
Mexico 100% can take control, but they want their simple ways of life. They want their rosary beads. They want their small town farmer lives.
Yeah.
And then you got exploitive cartels that come in and they're like, hey, we want this land. We'll take care of you. We'll give you a couple chickens. All you got to let us do is kill people and not say shit.
Yeah, all day, nigga. All day.
You know what I mean? I've seen Breaking Bad. I know what's up.
Yeah, nigga, take your whole avocado farm.
Their whole avocado. You ever see fucking Three Amigos?
No.
You see what fucking El Guapo did? Bullshit, son. Bullshit. Fucking El Guapo.
Yeah, I just be chilling though, man. I don't know. Michigan got a lot of stuff on the board though, man. Like, they some companies investing some money up in there and shit, man. Like, they other than the snow and the northern accent and shit, a man can make some money up there.
No, a man can make some money from Midland and below.
I think that you need to be close enough to the happening places, but far enough away that you're copacetic.
I don't give a shit if I had to live in fucking on Woodward Avenue in Detroit. Yeah. I would rather be in the mix fucking trying to handle my business and take care of shit. I really don't care. I would rather be productive and big building and do stuff. So, for example, not to get your fucking nuts all excited and tingly, but I was talking to the Wizzle, and I'm like, and I'm like, I miss my place. She says, I miss my fucking place, right? But I don't know if I want to go back up to northern Michigan because it really was sad. But Michigan as a whole was still an idea. And I was explaining to her how being in California, unless you're, graduating out of San Diego State or UCSD, getting your law degree, or you're an engineer coming here working for fucking...
volunteering for a Joe Biden campaign.
Oh, Christ, that guy. What is, who's the fucking, Qualcomm. So, like, you're an engineer that comes work for Qualcomm. Yeah. They're like, we're going to pay you $125,000 a year to program cell phones, right? And then that's perfect. If you're a young professional and you live in San Diego or you bought your house in the 90s.
Yeah, and you have no kids and you were 19 and got motherfucking a vasectomy.
But you're here. If you come here like my stupid ass, And you're busting your ass.
That's funny. That's funny you said that because I was looking at in the general vicinity of Midland.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, I'm just saying Midland and below is where everything's happening. You come up north.
There was a lot of large houses, and it looked like it was kind of on that line where snow decreased below that line and drastically increased above that line.
Yeah, they don't get a lot of snow around Detroit, but then if you make money, then you end up living in those suburbs and you live in the McMansions. And I'll be honest with you, I don't care how nice they are. I don't want to live in a McMansion. I don't like those prefabbed fucking 2,600 square foot, same fucking design houses.
I just they had a bunch of houses in that general area. It looked kind of, if you branched out, there was a couple of country pockets where it could be a copacetic environment, and the houses were large enough to accommodate one's family and whatnot, and not be on top of each other and create space. But it looked like there was a few college towns in that general area and stuff like that. But anyhow, I think Michigan, man, I think that they got some super loose liberal laws, and now that they lifted financial requirements and stuff, a person could become a productive member of society.
No, ain't nobody coming to fucking productive. You just want to grow weed and not fucking listen to people tell you where to move Earth. Just say it. Just say it.
I don't know. I might go down and join a union. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be one of them union niggas and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Is Bernie Sanders for or against unions?
Man, that motherfucker's for anything that sounds drastic. That nigga don't even care no more.
Bernie Sanders pro-union.
Yeah, he lost an endorsement of another union the other day, and they went to Joe Biden. But that's just political shit. But I can't really fuck with Bernie, man, because this nigga's completely against everything that I do. Like, and I know it's bullshit because he'll never be able to pass anything against oil and gas and shit. I mean, he could slow stuff down, but. And I feel like he's pandering to people because he knows that we're a fucking oil-based economy, and the amount of infrastructure and heat and homes and all that, and him coming from fucking Vermont, cities do not heat their fucking houses with wood. Okay, it's fucking natural gas.
But here's the thing. So I know it's easy to say that, like, to knock wind power and green energy. There's still a very recognizable and sizable amount of populated areas that are using green energy.
Yes, I'm not against. I believe in green energy. However,
I believe that. I think it was like the main utility co-op of Las Vegas proper, like the city, is 100% powered by solar energy.
Okay, so here's the thing, man. Is I believe in green energies. Okay, 1,000%. Okay. But I'm also a realist, and I understand, the concepts and how entrenched our nation as a whole is, and that, unless we're willing to go nuclear it makes perfect sense. Nuclear is like the best thing ever. Okay.
Hey. Nuclear.
People are scared to use it. They're afraid of it because the reactors and shit that we've used have been based on war machine fucking reactors from World War II. They were never designed as power generators. So that's where your meltdowns and shit come from. But
actually, the meltdowns have been human error.
But what I'm saying is modern designed reactors, not based on war machine,
They're already liquid salt. Like, there's no fucking meltdown. They're already melted down. You don't need enriched fucking weapons grade fucking uranium to run it.
I do.
I'm just saying, if you want clean energy, nuclear is the way to go. So, I mean, you have zero fucking nothing. I mean, the only emissions you have is from the construction equipment that built it. I mean, you have.
And I'll be honest with you, dude, because I've been in the oil field. We need to get rid of those motherfuckers.
Man, you gotta be willing to provide the motherfucking. You can't completely wipe out a motherfucking entire segment of the population like that unless you're gonna march them in a gas chamber.
No, I'm just. We need to get rid of the oil field people.
Okay.
Not looking at the job. Not looking at the job. Just the kind of people that go for those jobs.
Windmill is not gonna motherfucking do it. Like, I mean, you want to talk some geothermal shit. You want to talk nuclear. You want to be practical. You know, but if you want to be a 21-year-old fucking pretend to be butch dyke bitch that just angry at a daddy on a college campus screaming about a green energy, then that's bullshit. She can go out back and suck a fucking horse dick until she dies. But if they want to have a practical conversation, then it only makes sense. If you want to go zero emission, you want to clean up the environment and stuff like that, well, then you need to figure out how to repower all the fucking vehicles out here. You need to start talking about hydrogen. You need to start talking about, shit of that nature. Battery cells that are non-lithium based that you can pull into a gas station and exchange instead of waiting for it to charge up. There's a lot of options, but people as a whole ain't really ready for it. They're great talking points.
Well, what was that? March 2008, future battery. Apparently, there's pretty big leaps and bounds in the non-lithium energized source. Here's the thing: just let Elon Musk do his fucking job. He's smarter. Yeah. He's smarter and more forward-thinking than you and me.
I'm not against Elon Musk, man.
Just let him do his job.
If I had some money on the next downturn when the stock dips, I'd buy some Tesla stock, but I ain't got the paper. You know what I mean? If I had some paper, and the next time he says something fucking stupid like Trump says, and the stock takes a hit, I'd jump on board. You know what I'm saying? And buy some.
Well, apparently you're making all that big bad land, whatever money. It's 600.
Them niggas fucked me on my motherfucking money. If I was making big fucking money or whatever, and them niggas hadn't to fuck me,
it's $650 a stock.
Yeah, but when I look at $650, I'm like, that's 3 grow lights.
I look at it like that's a fucking truck payment. Yeah, $650 a stock right now. You can get in on it. Mm-hmm. It's up 9.7%. It's after hours. Reduction is 4.82. Mm-hmm. You're good, dude. I'm saying you drop fucking 10 grand on that.
Yeah, you need on that note, you probably ought to start thinking sponsors and shit.
All right. Well, shout out to Tesla. You're not a sponsor. Shout out to San Diego Gas and Electric. Shout out to who's that Klobuchar chick? I don't want her, not because she's a woman, because I don't like her name. Amy Klobuchar.
You talking about the bitch from Minnesota?
Yeah, I don't like that shit. Klobuchar? No, we don't want a fucking President Klobuchar. It sounds very 1984-ish. Shout out once again to our longest sponsor, Chernobyl Parks and Recreations. We're gonna get you back on top, fellas.
Yeah.
Shout out Bernie Sanders Brill Cream. Shout out Donald Trump Spray Tan. Spray in a can, beautiful. The most beautiful, tremendous color orange ever. Shout out to Melania Trump's pussy hair.
Damn.
He was rich, so we make fuck. And shout out to Sprite. Sprite, the black drink.
Okay. I guess. I mean, I guess fuck that, because sometimes I would fuck with a Sprite, nigga.
Sometimes Sprite's pretty good, too. So, we all miss Kobe.
I didn't really watch sports, but I get that a lot of people, he was important to him, and he was a role model to him. And, positive role models are important. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and that's what you get those people that are like, well, what? Nobody talks about the guy, the kid that went over to Afghanistan died. It's like, first off, tell me how many championship rings that motherfucker has, and then we'll talk about him. Second off, he's not a role model. He didn't influence a bunch of people. He didn't take all his money and there's a good chance that he didn't see combat. There's a good chance that he got sent over there and died off some either friendly fire or some bullshit. Oh, and he wasn't defending our rights, because let's put this to bed. Our rights have not been in jeopardy since like World War II. And even then, that's debatable. Our rights are only in peril from a court of law and legislators. So let's put the kibosh on that. But yeah, it is sad. There's people that died, other people that nobody cares about because they're white and they weren't Kobe. But shit happens. Yeah. So shout out to Starter and their Laker jerseys that the fucking motherfuckers are buying out, and they're going to jack the price up on eBay because that's capitalism, baby. Capitalism, baby. But thanks for anybody that's listening out there, and no matter what happens, even if you're on a passenger a helicopter and you're just trying to avoid that LA fucking traffic and the pilot kind of overshoots the horizon, never, ever go quietly. Peace.